Welcome to the Renaissance Humanism podcast. Today's podcast will be about customer journey for UX design. I'm using this for my own UX portfolio. Please feel free to use information if you wish to develop your own UX portfolio. I hope you find this useful and informative. I'll just show you it now. Okay, as you're seeing now is the customer journey. The customer journey use all your information that you've gathered from your usability testing, any other forms of testing that you've used, and also any analytical software that you use as well to get the information. Then from that process, you then create a affinity diagram. That's all the information yourself and your team has gathered, and you put all the information together on Post-it notes, and you group those Post-it notes into sections of relevance. You can find that on one of my previous YouTube videos if you want to find out how to do that. Now, the user journey is pretty much that information grouped together and to show people. This kind of process is more of a art than the actual hard science, but it's relevant because it's just showing you all the information on a user journey diagram. Okay, now for users you can also use personas as well. For I'm calling my persona, well, not my persona, but the personas of the user, Hugh Capet. These personas, they're not real, but they do represent the information that you are trying to argue for, the case that you're trying to use when you're actually developing your research. Okay, now this is for a travel website, and the first thing that the user does, they'll look at this website, they have a goal in mind, which is to book a holiday. They're going to search this information on the website. They could be doing this at home, at work, on public transport, and then they go to find the actual web page itself. Now, the pain points could be, is the page clear? If the page is clear or it's not clear, there's not enough information, through your usability testing, your prior research, you put that down as a smiley face or a sad face. You just go by your research. Again, this is not any like a research, like a usability test or a piece of research that said it was very negative, but overall it was positive. You've got to try and reflect the information on your user journey. Okay, next you have what they're searching for, the information, because if you go into a travel website, they're going to find the web page and they're going to go on that web page and they're going to try and look at different sources, different links. Please feel free to take some notes of this, do some screenshots, write down any notes. This is just showing you how you have to do this. And also, when you're doing this process, they can also try to find pain points as well. If you know from usability testing, you'll realise whether or not the users can't actually find the information, or there's too much information, or there's just too much. There's too many images on the pages. There's too much going off, which really can confuse the user. Okay, then the comparison, because if you're going on a travel site, there's sometimes links to other sites as well. So I'll go on those sites, so it's important to be aware of that, even if the journey is not part of the product that you're actually using. If it's not part of the web page that you're actually trying to design for, that's still part of the customer journey, and it should be documented and also taken into account, because it's a website where it's leading to links to multiple other sites. It's important for the users on that journey. What they're doing, are they comparing prices? Are they taking down notes? It's important, because you want, when the user uses these websites, or any kind of website, you want them to use it as naturally as they can. So if they're actually going to book a holiday, will they do that naturally, or are they just searching for information? Again, the pain points of this site was because there was just too much information. This for Munden. It was a travel site for holidays. Now, the end goal, again, for this website, they couldn't find any information that they were trying to find. They found the process too hard, because, again, there was just too much information. There was too much happening on the page, which really confused the users. It's like if you're doing a piece of copyright, the best way to describe it. If you see a poster, if post has too much information, just blocks of texts, like paragraph after paragraph, image after image. That's too much. What you want is a few images, writing to be spaced out, and keep it short and brief, because when you see something like that, same with web pages, you only have like 5 seconds to catch somebody's attention. And when people are reading screens, they're scanning it, they don't read it like normal texts. So that's something to be aware of as well. Again, at the end stage, they're going to make a decision. Are they going to look at some other sites? They're going to book a holiday. Again, it's the user's choice. It's the user's journey, the user's decisions, how they actually interact with the product, with the website. That comes first. It's that kind of understanding. The main thing about UX research is the research and understanding users. Okay, so when it comes to something like this, you want to think about the goals. You want to think about the behaviors of the user, the context, and pain points. Pain points is where the users struggle to find the outcome, the service that they're trying to do. Where if they're like searching for some information, they couldn't find that information, or if they were clicking on websites, they were getting lost, they couldn't find their way back home. So that's all part of the customer journey. I hope this answers what the customer journey is. I'll be posting this again. Please feel free to take some notes. Thank you. And please leave a comment as well in the comment section. Let me know how you found this post to go. Thanks for your time.